Okay, so you want to do a condition inspection report when a brand new tenant has entered into your unit. It's imperative that you have this done before you give them the keys to the unit. There's many reasons for that. First of all, if there's any damage done before you do the condition report, then it'll be difficult for you to prove that that tenant may have done it, and then you won't be able to go to the tenancy tribunal or the court and have the tenant pay for the damage that was done, and you won't be able to reduce the the what's it, the security fund or the security fee that they've given you or the damage deposit that they've given you. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure you fill all this information out correctly. I got this. What I did is I did condition inspection report for my province, and so it's British Columbia in this particular case. So each province or each state, wherever you are, has a court that is specifically for tenants. And typically, what they do is they provide these documents because they want to make sure that everyone is doing everything the right way. So what you'll do is you'll put the name of the landlord, and you can see you can fill this in right over here. So that this one is a fillable PDF, and you can save it as well. The possession date, the unit number, the street address, and so on. You just fill it all in. And then right here, what you have is the move-in inspection date. So typically beforehand, the name of the tenant, the move-out date. And so there is no move-out date. This same document will be used when you move out, and it has to be given, if you're a caretaker or a manager, this is done for the owners of the property. And then what you do is you go through each step of this and you mark it down. So the condition at the beginning of tenancy. And here it gives you all the codes. Is it good? Is it fair? Is it poor? Is it missing? Is it damaged, scratched, broken, dirty, or stained? And you do this with the tenant. So they're there standing with you. It takes about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, even as much as an hour to get this done. So just take your time and realize that it is part of the process. So you take a look at the entryway. And then what you look at all the walls, the trims, the ceilings, the closets, the fixtures, and so on, and you see an extra space there. This is in case there's a baseboard missing or something like that. And all of this is given to the owner so that the owner can see what work needs to be done on the property still and bring it up to better than livable conditions. Really nice conditions, as a matter of fact. Then what we have is we've got the kitchen right over here. So we go through all the stuff and we put a comment if there's a scratched or where it's scratched or what damage is there before the tenant moves in and what code it is. It's important that you fill in the comment and the code. Not filling this out makes you, the caretaker, liable, and you can be sued for not doing the job that is required of you. So just do this. It's so easy. The paperwork's so simple. Then what you have is is there a dining room? Is there a stairwell in a hall? If there is no stairwell and a hall, then maybe there's a storage area. So cross that off, right in storage area, and write down the condition. What we also want you to do is we also want you to take pictures of everything so that we have a picture catalog of everything that is going on in the unit. And so what? You're there already. Just snap a couple pictures and upload it to your Google Docs or send a text message to the owner so they can see absolutely everything. I mean, it really is just a very simple and easy process. And then what you have is you have the master bedroom, the main bedroom, and if there's no third bedroom, maybe it's a crawl space, maybe it's a balcony, whatever it is. Then what we have is we have exterior, a utility room, and then we have the garbage. And then we have a basement, so it just covers absolutely everything. Then what we have is we have the entrance keys, how many we've issued, and make sure that you give the actual keys to the unit and check them out before you give the keys, that you're there with the tenant and you open and close it for them, so and the top and the bottom, the deadbolt and the bottom bolt. We've had an experience once where the caretaker gave the wrong keys, went away for a long weekend, and the owner had to call a locksmith, and it charged $100 in order for a locksmith to come out, and the keys were sitting on the countertop. So just make sure that the correct keys are being given and you test it out and double check that. So next is repairs that need to be completed. So make sure if there's a repair list, if the tenants want something repaired. And then I, the tenant's name, agree that this report fairly represents the condition, or I do not agree, and for the following reasons. They are allowed to put whatever they want. End of tenancy, we have the same thing here. And then what we have is we have a pet deposit. So there might be a pet. So security deposits for pets, and typically security for a deposit for a pet is half of the security deposit that's being given. And then the date and the signature of the tenant and the signature of the landlord on move-in and also on move-out, and also the tenant's signature. So if you're an agent for the landlord, you can write in landlord's agent and sign it right over here. And really the landlord or the owner should also be signing it and sending back the tenancy agreement as well as this move-in inspection. And then on move-out, you have to get the forwarding address. If a forwarding address is not put out there on move-out, what will happen is they will forfeit their security deposit. And by the way, if you don't give a forwarding address, it doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot be served for damage. You will be found. The courts have what's called alternative service, and there's many different ways that they can serve. They can serve you on Facebook. They can serve you through email. They can serve you on all your social media accounts. So don't think that you're getting away if you do damage as a tenant. The tenant will not get away. So everyone is held liable here, okay? And responsible and accountable. And so we just want good tenants. So if you explain that to the tenants beforehand, they're all going to be honest and make sure that everything is going to be cleaned. So on the top here, what we like to do is we like to write in no drugs, no smoking inside, no parties. So we don't want to have any damage done whatsoever in the unit. And so they can read through all of this, and lo and behold, there is your move-in inspection. Hope that helped you, and we'll talk to you again next time.